Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Get ready. You're set. Check it out.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
He's checking. 24!
On second down now. It's Walters, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh. 50.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Watch twist.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Bartholomew nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Protein spill.
Check.
Hard.
2nd and long. He sets to fire deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ready, break.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yeah. You don't want none. Slam, slam, slam. Big Ed, big Ed, big Ed.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. X3. 218. Chopper.
No. Off. Switch.
Say go.
From the gun, Bartholomew, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
24-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, here's Watson. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
I'm here all day.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. A nice job there on the escape and scramble at first down, a 16-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
You don't want nothing, baby. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
Watson on first down. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on second down. Watson, Josh Allen. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Throwing on third down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 50.
Leo. Recon, 132 fighter.
Check three.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's caught here by Adams. 6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
AT Gator.
Tight end right. 3 down. He's coming. We got double up. Check 52.
Look, squeeze.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bartholomew looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills.
Let's get this. His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
24 down, he's coming.
Jim, you go tight.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Switch. Check 59.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
There we go. Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Hey, check.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
That's it. Big hit.
Boswell's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, high 7. Now.
Looking to throw. Bartholomew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bartholomew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that 1st down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw. Bartholomew. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Now.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Get it.
Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Got it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check Mike 50. In your face.
Hey, no, look at that. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Be careful. Be careful.
Looking to throw. Bartholomew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Kill, 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 kill. 49, check 49, check 49.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jaguars' 49-yard line.
They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. He'll get this one to Switzer. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
44, Mike, 44.
Back to throw, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bartholomew. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bartholomew. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Five.
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. Hey. 50.
Go on.
It's coming this way. Here we go.
Now.
Operating from the gun. Bartholomew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On first down, this is Adams. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Bartholomew. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Bartholomew under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check.
Third down, it's Armstead. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Wind at his back now in this third quarter. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Rush in. Rush in.
On second down, it's Walters. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Walters, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bartholomew nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, watch it.
Hey!
Back to throw. Bartholomew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Hey!
Pick the edge.
Hey, lock it!
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Hit it!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bartholomew into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
He's not going to get me. Shift. Kill. Watch out.
Shoot!
Beginning the drive here with Armstead. Finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, Bartholomew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, Armstead. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Armstead on the carry. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the 30-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll give it back to Armstead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be third down. Looking to throw. Bartholomew. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Check there.
Operating from the gun. Bartholomew. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide. Receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A quick throw complete to Washington. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Steelers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They pitch it out to Johnson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 14-yard line.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route-running ability.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing again. Bartholomew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third down and 12. From the gun, Bartholomew going deep here for Stills. And this is caught at the 20. A big third down play there for the Jags. 47 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Under 10. Under Stone, travel. Snap.
A run here with Armstead. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Let's go, dude. Ready?
Trying to pick it up with Armstead. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive.
There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 65 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Bartholomew. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Down. 50, plant.
At the 41-yard line.
Strong right. Strong right.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Bartholomew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw on 3rd down. Bartholomew. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Sam off.
Check.
Hey, Zoo.
Check it back.
Look at me. Go. Hit it.
On 4th down, Bartholomew. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Reset. 3T. 48 right now. Let's go. I'm coming. Hey, 59.
And no touchdown. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Walters. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Twist. Check. Crunch.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Walters. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Check. Hey, 31. Check. Hot route. Hot.
Watson now to throw on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game. It's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves,